Coming pretty soon in August, we are going to have a standard rotation, which means we are going to be losing all the cards from Dominaria United, the Brothers War, Phyrexia All Will Be One, March of Machines, and March of Machines Aftermath. So that's going to leave a pretty sizable power vacuum of cards that are leaving standard. And typically around this time, a lot of people will start thinking to the future and thinking, I need to start building my decks without all these old cards in it so that I can get used to building without them. So I'm not going to miss them when August comes around and rotation hits. But I'm kind of rejecting that notion this year. What I want to do is I want to build a bunch of decks that are focused solely on all the cards that are leaving standard in August. I'm going to do a series that I'm going to call Forgotten Standard, and I'm only going to be playing with cards that are rotating. So it means only cards from the sets Dominaria United, Brotherhood's War, Phyrexia All Will Be One, March of the Machine, and Aftermath. Those are the only cards I'm going to be playing with going forward with these next few videos. And today, I've got a very interesting one for you. It is a Rakdos Powerstones deck. I know what you're thinking, but bear with me. Come with me real quick. We'll take a look at the deck. We'll play some games. I'll show you that this is not as crazy as it sounds. Okay, so this is the deck, and bear with me. It sounds crazy, but the deck actually works. It works pretty damn well, too. So what this deck is built around is it's built around the Powerstones mechanic that was very prevalent in Dominaria United and Brothers War. So what a Powerstone is it's an artifact token that is created by other spells, and it taps for colorless, but you can only use that colorless mana to cast artifacts. That's it. You can use it for activated abilities, and you can use it for artifacts. That's it. So, how are we going to abuse the Powerstones? Well, real easy. We're playing Portal to Phyrexia. We're playing Portal to Phyrexia. We're playing Skitterbeam Battalion, and we're playing Phyrexian Fleshgorger. And yeah, the mana costs on these cards are absurd. 9, 9, 7 on the Phyrexian Fleshgorger. But guess what? It's not that hard to get there, because there's so many spells and effects in this deck that just create Powerstones out of nowhere. You have the Mightstone and the Weakstone, which is a Powerstone. When it comes into play, you can either draw 2 cards, or give a creature -5/-5, and it taps for 2 colorless mana. That, plus the lands you already have in play to cast this, means that you're going to be at 7 mana when you untap next turn, which is enough to play a full-size Phyrexian Fleshgorger. Or, if you've already been ramping before getting to the Mightstone and Weakstone, with cards like Thran Spider, Excavation Explosion, Gix's Caress, then you can potentially play a very early Skitterbeam Battalion or Portal to Phyrexia. Very powerful spells that have an absolute immediate impact on the battlefield. These cards are really cool, and I'm really happy to be playing with them right now. This is such a fun deck to play. So let's give you a full breakdown. 2 Annihilating Glare, 4 Cut Down, 2 Gix's Caress, 3 Liliana of the Veil, 2 Excavation Explosion, 3 Brotherhood's End. Now, you might be asking yourself, why are you playing Brotherhood's End? If you're going to destroy all artifacts with mana cost 3 or less, you're going to blow up all your Powerstones. Well, if you're playing against a Simulacrum Synthesizer deck, you're basically playing to the greater good with this card. Being able to blow up their entire board at the cost of you blowing up your Powerstones, acceptable losses. So we're playing Brotherhood's End, because this card absolutely nukes Simulacrum Synthesizer, and I hate that deck so much right now. I hate playing against that stupid deck. Otherwise, deal 3 damage to each creature and each planeswalker. So it's a pretty decent board wipe outside of the destroy all artifacts part. Other than that, we have the Thran Spider, we have this very interesting card that I've all but forgotten about until I started looking at ways to build this deck. Visions of Phyrexia is 2 colorless and 2 red enchantment. At the beginning of your upkeep, exile the top card of your library. You may play that card this turn. At the beginning of your end step, if you did not play a card from exile this turn, create a tapped Powerstone token. Okay, that's awesome. So I'm just going to let this draw extra cards off the top of my library and create Powerstones for me if I don't need the cards. That's fantastic. That's going to allow me to get multiple Powerstones out to play my big artifacts that much quicker. Pretty awesome. And then, of course, you have the Mightstone and Weakstone, the big artifacts that I was just talking about. And as a catch-all board wipe, we have Invasion of Fiora. When this comes in, you can choose one or both, destroy all legendary creatures, destroy all non-legendary creatures, or blow them both up. And on the backside of this invasion, you get Marchesa, the Resolute Monarch, which is a 3/6 Menace and Death Touch. Whenever Marchesa attacks, remove all counters from up to one target permanent. At the beginning of your upkeep, if you haven't been dealt damage since your last turn, you draw a card and you lose a life. So, a little bit of extra card draw. When Marchesa attacks, she basically blows up a Planeswalker, or can blow up another battle, anything like that. But the real meat and potatoes to this deck is creating Powerstones, controlling the board, and getting these big, sweet artifacts onto the table. Now, as far as the mana base, because we're only playing with the last 5 sets of Standard, our mana base is extremely limited. We don't have access to manlands. We don't have access to a lot of the new good lands that give us double mana. So we pretty much are just playing Blackcleave Cliffs, Sulphurous Springs, mountains, and swamps. That's basically all we have access to. It's not the best, but it's serviceable. So, let's go play some games. I'll show you how this deck works, and I'll see you again at the back end of this video with the post-game wrap-up. Okay, so we get to go first. We have 2 mountains and a swamp, Gix's Caress, Liliana the Veil, Mightstone and Weakstone, and Skitterbeam Battalion. So it's a little bit of a slow hand, but we do have Gix's Caress and Mightstone and Weakstone in order to power out the Skitterbeam Battalion. So let's get to it. Alright, let's go to the swamp on turn 1. Probably drop that mountain on 2. Okay, Temple of Triumph comes in, scries for 1. They like what they see, they're going to keep it up top. Mountain. See what they do. This might be a Mardu deck. Yep, called it. It's so easy to call these decks too. It's like they always have like the first couple like the first couple lands that they play. It just like really tells you exactly what the game plan is. And for some reason, all of these Mardu mobilized decks, they all run Temple of Triumph, which is really weird. Braided Bluffs, 1 to me. And Shock Brigade. Okay, let's go Swamp, and then we're going to go... we're going to go Excavation Explosion on that. That will free us up to do +1 on Liliana the Veil. Let's get rid of our opponent. Let's get rid of our opponent. That works perfectly. Well, this is interesting. Our opponent is named Rakdos. So, let's go. Alright, this is a bit of a slower hand. 2 Mightstones, Fleshgorger, and a Portal to Phyrexia. I think I'm going to mulligan this because this is just a little too slow. Okay, that's a lot better. We're going to keep that. And I don't know what we're up against here, so I'm going to throw the Brotherhood's end back. Okay, opponent plays Nomad Outpost. So this is another Mardu deck. So let's drop the swamp first so we can play Cut Down. Oh, it's high noon. I'm okay with that because this is a slow ass deck. High noon times 2. I like it. Alright. Well, I guess let's open with a Thran Spider. See what kind of removal we can draw out of them. Mountain, Windcrag Siege. They chose Mardu. Okay. So let's go the Sulphurous Springs, and we'll start with an attack. Then we'll play a Liliana of the Veil. We're gonna go +1. Discard a cut down. See what they discard. They discarded Calamity. Interesting. Okay. Well, if Calamity is their game plan, they're probably not doing the low mana cost Mardu shenanigans. So I think we're safe to get rid of Brotherhood's End. They discarded a Twin Flame Tyrant. What an interesting deck. Alright, let's go next. Attack for 2. And I think I'm just going to play a Fleshgorger, normal size. I'm going to play a Mountain into Enduring Courage. Okay. Alright, let's go here. And we're going to go... I'm going to do... Each player discards a card. I'll discard the cut down.
I'm tired of your secrets.
They discard another Twin Flame. We're going to go ahead and attack with the Phyrexian Fleshgorger. Hit number 3. And then we're going to play this other Liliana. We'll keep that one. And make them discard their other card. Completely eliminate their game plan. Oh wow, they got another Siegebreaker. That's actually pretty awesome. Yeah, and they're all going right there. So if they're all going there... Oh wait, no, those are going at my face. That's going over there. So in that case, we can definitely block there. Now, do those Enduring Courages become enchantments? They do not. Okay, cool. Alright, so now we're just going to make you sacrifice that creature. And then we will excavate it. And then attack for 3. Creature or land? It's a land. Hell yeah. Are you gonna thread that at me? I'm gonna throw it at Liliana. Okay. Alright. Well, let's go ahead and attack for 3. And then we're going to play a full-size Phyrexian Fleshgorger. This is the part where you concede. Yes. GG. Okay, opponent goes first. We have a Swamp and a Mountain, so we have both of our colors. That's awesome. We have Cut Down, Brotherhood's End. We have 2 Thran Spiders and a Mightstone and Weakstone. We'll keep it. Alright, unfortunately we did not get a land draw. Hopefully that doesn't continue. We really need to hit 3 lands. Heir Apparent, huh? Okay. That's fine. Alright. Eliminate. Okay, there's another one. Perfect. Alright, let's go here. We're going to keep hold of that Brotherhood's End. That's going to be very useful. Ooh, Warlorder's Call. That might not be too useful going forward if they get too many of those out. Let's go Thran Spider. Impact Tremors. Nice. I like where you're going with this. Okay. We play a Heir Apparent. Ow. Ow. Okay, let's go ahead and go here. We're going to go Mightstone and Weakstone. Go -5 on that. Attack for 2. Pop. You just have to keep the hairs under control. If possible. There's another one. Alright, that's where that Brotherhood's End is going to come into play. Alright, we're going to take a lot of damage here. Ow. Alright, well, let's go here, and then let's go Brotherhood's End. Deal 3 to each creature. And then we will go with another Thran Spider. And attack for 2. End turn. Stop playing hairs. Where's the... Oh, jeez. Okay, yeah. Well, I think that's game. I think that is effectively game. Good job. That's a lot of triggers. I yield. That's enough. I can't handle it. There's too many bunnies. Man, TikTok was right. The jackrabbits are taking over. Okay, our opponent today is Gooseberries. They are a veteran brawler. We have 2 swamps and a mountain, 2 Lilianas, a Visions of Phyrexia, and the Mightstone and Weakstone. I'll keep it. It's a little bit slow, but I like the Lilianas. And we get to go first, so that's kind of a good thing. Alright, they play plains into Optimistic Scavenger. Alright, we play a second mountain. See what they do. We play a mountain into a Feather Flight. Okay, that's great. They can do everything they want to this creature right now, because Liliana is going to make them get rid of it. Okay, let's get that mountain. Liliana. Make him sacrifice.
This is my home, and I don't appreciate it when I've always hated clowns.
Alright, play plains. Into a Manifold Mouse. Okay, just one though. Manifold Mouse is interesting. Alright, let's go ahead and play Gix's Caress. Target you. What would they likely play next turn? Monstrous Rage, Shelter by Ghosts, and Shard Mage's Rescue. Get rid of the Shard Mage's Rescue. And also make them discard a card. I will discard.
We all have things we'd rather forget.
I'm going to discard the Brotherhood's End, actually. They do have an opportunity to hit me very hard this turn. Okay, they're going to Shelter. Get a Liliana. Then they're going to give it Double Strike and Monstrous Rage it, so they can hit me really hard this turn. Yeah. Ow. And ow. We are now at 7. But now... they are losing their creature.
Happy to help, but I'm taking.
Right. Shelter by Ghost goes away. Liliana comes back. I keep the new Liliana. Use this other Liliana to +1. Make us both discard a card. I will discard the Thran Spider. Alright, cool. That helps us out quite a bit, actually. Emberheart Challenger. It's got Haste and Prowess. Alright, 2. Perfect. Alright, let's go here. And we're going to go Mightstone and Weakstone. -5 to the Emberheart Challenger. And -5 to our opponent as well. Okay, so we get to go first this time. We get a Swamp, 2 Mountains, a Cut Down, Liliana, Thran Spider, and Skitterbeam Battalion. So it's an okay hand. I don't like that I don't have double black for Liliana, but we'll make it work. Or at least we'll try to. Swamp down first for the Cut Down. Alright, play an Island. I'll play Mountain. They play Forest into Aftermath Analyst. Okay, they're going to mill 3 cards, and I'm just going to kill that now. Elish Norn, Spelunking, and Temporary Lockdown. Interesting build. Let's go with the Thran Spider. Okay, they play a Forest into an Overlord of the Hauntwoods. Alright, they're making everywhere. Not great. Attack for 2. Pass turn. Missing our land drops is not good. Alright, they surveil one with the Commercial District. The Impend. Alright, here we go. We got another Swamp finally. So I think, honestly, I think I'm just going to Skitterbeam, like small Skitterbeam. Does it land? Or do you have a counterspell for it? Okay, they're going to Leyline Binding the Skitterbeam. Okay, 2 more come in. Alright, well, let's get to attacking. Pop, pop, pop. Spelunking. They are spelunkers. Do they put a cave into play? I don't think so. No, they just put a lush Portico into play. Alright, they play a Fabled Passage. I don't imagine this is a Azure deck. I mean, it's probably just a 5-color domain deck. Okay, anything else? I don't see anything else. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana. Okay, let's go. Let's go here. Play Liliana. +1, discard a card. I will discard Brotherhood's End.
We all have things we'd rather forget.
Discard an Atraxa. Alright, put him to 6. Let's see what they do. You got another Atraxa? Well, they got a Dragonback Assault. I'll do.
You're gonna need a good Undertaker.
That's pretty good. That is pretty good. Yeah. Can't really do anything about that. Let's see here. Only thing I can do at this point is play another Liliana. And make them sacrifice a creature.
Happy to help, but I'm taking the credit when we win.
Okay, sacrifice one of those. No attacks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna be able to play the portal. We're just a little too far off. Yeah, yep, that's game. Yeah, later. Jeez. No, thank you. Okay, our opponent for today is Jeff Hardy, the Ambitious. We have a Swamp and 2 Mountains, Liliana, Excavation Explosion, Mightstone and Weakstone, and Skitterbeam Battalion. Let's go. Let's go with a Swamp first. Alright, our opponent opens with a Temple of Triumph. They will scry 1. They like what they see. They're going to keep it. I'm going to go with this Mountain. End turn. Alright, another Temple of Triumph. People really like these scry lands lately. I've been noticing that. Alright, let's go here with the Sulphur Springs. And then we're going to shoot you for 3. Just to create a token. I do like that Excavation Explosion can go face. That's very nice. Yep. Take the damage. Alright, let's go here. We're going to go Mightstone, Weakstone. Yeah, let's play the Mightstone, Weakstone. Come in, kill the creature. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're almost to the portal. So I think we just need to stall for a couple turns. Or a Steel Cutter, okay. Authority of the Consoles, interesting. Alright, well, they do get to blast us. Ow. Oh, Visions of Phyrexia, huh? Okay. That's 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, let's do it. It's going to hurt us this turn, but it's going to allow us to get to the portal. Forge, huh? Okay. We definitely need to get our hands on Brotherhood's End. Yep. Alright, my turn. Gix's Caress and land. Perfect. Alright, so I'm going to play the portal. Unfortunately, our shield's down right now. So we need to hope that they don't just blow us the hell up this turn. And they are playing red, so anything's possible. Aw, really? A disenchant? Okay. Is what it is, I guess. Alright, land and... Ah, Fleshgorger. What's a hard cast of Fleshgorger? And that keeps us mana available. Let's just play the land. Yeah, that keeps us mana available for anything else. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. And that's going to come in as a 3/1. So it can still be cut down. So let's go... No. Let's wait on the Liliana. End turn. Okay. Enduring Innocence. Okay. Resolve. Comes in. Pass. Alright, let's just cut it down. We're taking too much damage from that. Alright, draw. Liliana, that's good. Alright, let's go... Let's put the hurt on him. Let's do this right now. Oh shoot, that's right, the stupid consoles. That's fine. We'll take some big damage next turn. Let's play this. Get some health back. It's fine. I forgot about the damn authority of the consoles. Hey, stop that. Alright, Lightning Helix. Yeah, gonna deal some big damage to me this turn. Alright, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's a lot of damage. I go to 3. Alright. Oh, there's the Brotherhood's End, finally. Okay. Alright, let's go ahead, and we're going to go... Not yet. Not yet. We attack first. Put him to 3. Then, we're going to play Brotherhood's End. We're going to deal... We're going to destroy all artifacts. Then, we're going to play Liliana. We're going to make you sacrifice a creature. Okay. Then we're going to glare. Sacrifice an artifact or a creature, or pay 4. We're going to sacrifice an artifact. Deal with that. Sacrifice that. Auto pay. Sacrifice that. Okay. We're at 9 health. We've removed everything they have. We should be able to win this. Unless they just have like 4 bolts in their hand. It could be anything at this point. Do you have what you need to win right now? They have an Emberheart Challenger. Okay. That's a start. So it's 2. It's a Manifold Mouse. Okay. That's 3 with Double Strike. It's not enough. Hell yeah, it was not enough. Good game. Good damn game. Okay, and we are back with the post-game wrap-up. And my thoughts for this deck is, due to its limitations of only playing with the last 5 sets of Standard, I would say it's a pretty decent middle-of-the-road deck. It has serious game against aggressive and mid-range creature-based strategies, because we're playing so much removal in this deck. Against slower, more controlling decks, we do still have some game against them because we are playing a bit of discard in the form of Liliana the Veil and Gix's Caress. And also we are able to power out some really big flashy spells with this deck, so we can keep our control players on their toes. Where this deck falters is combo decks. Because we're playing Rakdos, we really don't have a lot of access to spell-based disruption. So like no counter spells, no real way to say stop doing that when someone goes off. So unfortunately, this deck does suffer against combo decks, but against your regular run-of-the-mill, like your Izzet decks, your mono red decks, your mid-range piles in like Golgari or Gruul or Selesnya, those decks we tend to deal with pretty easily. It's really just the combo decks that we have a problem with. Now, as far as cards that you might want to take out, I would probably say Invasion of Fiora. Invasion of Fiora is unfortunately the only like guaranteed board wipe that we have in the deck, but the fact that it costs 6 mana and we can't ramp into it with our Powerstones means this card sometimes becomes a dead card in our hand, and often we tend to use it for discard fodder when playing with Liliana of the Veil. But aside from that, that's probably the only card in the deck that really trips us up. Everything else plays to the plan very well. You have your high-end artifacts, you have lots of creature and hand-based interaction, and the Visions of Phyrexia is a surprisingly good draw engine. I really like the Visions of Phyrexia. Other cards that tend to trip us up a little bit, Excavation Explosion is not great because it's sorcery speed. You have to spend mana on your turn to use it. That kind of sucks. So if you have other ways to generate Powerstones, which we do in this deck, I might consider taking Excavation Explosion out of the deck in favor of a better removal spell. Either a like go for the throat or shoot the sheriff style card, or maybe just a better burn spell. But the fact that this is sorcerer speed, it does compete with the Gix's Caress, Liliana, Brotherhood's End, and Thran Spider in the 3-drop slot. And the 3-drop slot is pretty important to us, so I might drop this for a 2 or 1 mana removal spell that also deals damage. One good thing about it, though, is it deals damage to the opponent's face. So if you don't have anything else to hit with this, you can just throw it at the opponent's face in order to generate a Power Stone, which I have done a few times. Aside from that, everything else in the deck is pretty solid. I really like Annihilating Glare in this deck. Being able to sacrifice excess Power Stones to destroy a creature or planeswalker is really nice. Cut Down is, of course, a great card in the early game. Mightstone and Weakstone, if you get this out in like turn 4 with the help of another Power Stone, is pretty solid, especially because there's a lot of targets that this kills. This straight up kills a Sheldred, straight up kills almost anything your opponent's going to be playing at that stage of the game. Yeah, I like it a lot. And if your opponent's playing control, you can just use it to draw some cards and then use it to tap for mana later. It's a pretty solid card. Yeah, I really don't have a whole lot of negative notes about this deck. The deck is a lot of fun. It suffers against combo, unfortunately. But yeah, that's pretty much the deck. So I'm going to leave a deck list in the description box down below, so you can take this deck out for a spin too if you'd like to. And also remember, I'm putting myself to these silly restrictions. You don't have to. If you like the way this deck plays and you want to play some of the newer cards, by all means do it. It's your deck. Play it however you want to. So with that being said, I will let you do with this deck what you will, and I will see you in the next video. So until then, y'all take care of yourselves.